Hi everyone, my name is Aya from Bamco's Design and Build. This right here, it's a 5,000 square foot model in my Revit 2024 software. Just kind of like showing you how we blow up our design in 3D, and we just kind of like walk through all the exterior of the design and walking through it, and we could see like some little clash that could be issue for our freelance on the job site. We try to tackle that and make notes if we need to make notes on it to make sure we devise a solution before we get to construction stage. So again, my name is Aya from Banco's Design and Build, and today I'll be showing you through the process of visualizing our design. So I'm gonna go ahead and export this to another software called Lumion 2024. Lumion 2023. I don't think we updated to a new version yet. And what that does is we're trying to export our model into like a much more realistic surroundings and environment. And so I could go ahead and pause the live sync now. I could go ahead and close the Revit model. And now we are in Lumion. And in Lumion, as you can see, we have this horizon at the back, we have the sky, we have the land, some sort of not too great grass or sod grass for now. We're gonna get to all that later. And if you notice, we have our the house looks like it's sitting below grade for now. So we need to drag it up. You could enter a particular Y coordinate, or you could just drag it up like I'm doing right here. You know, so you have your driveway. You still have a little bit driveway recess in there in grade. So, okay, it looks good to me. I think I could work with this. Okay, so this is what it looks like when we just import a model into a Revit, right? And I'm just gonna go ahead and start applying my materials, starting with the bricks. So in our company, we have some selected libraries for different materials. I think is a usual practice for most companies. So for this particular one, I'm going with the white bricks. I started with the texture. As you can see, it's a painted bricks. I changed the relief. I changed the roughness. Let's get closer to it. I need it to, yeah. Okay, I think it looks better this way. So change the roughness. We are trying to simulate a real visual look. That's everything we're trying to do right now. As you can see, it's coming together good. Okay. Uh, it looks like the we need a little bit displacement, and the edge of the bricks looks really sharp, right? Um, let's bring down the roughness. Yes, soften the edges a little bit to give them a realistic view. There's no brick wall that's like razor thin sharp at the edges, so you want to take note of that. Uh, we just kind of like play with things and move things around a little bit. It's looking good. I go down to the word drawing, look for my stone. Where are you? Yeah, I could add a little bit of weathering. Okay. It's looking good to me so far. I think go back to the weathering, select stone. Yeah, just like increase it a little bit, just to give like we don't want that perfect look. We want it a little bit with some, with some roughness around the edges, which is more realistic. Next, let's do the garage doors. I'm gonna go with aluminum garage door, preferably a dark one. I go to my metal. I select the type of metal I want to use. Again, in excuse me, as you can see, this metal looking good. I'm just gonna reduce the map scale, um, play about with the relief a little bit, bring it down. excuse me, go back to it. I like to see the implication of the changes I'm making. Soften the edges too. Don't want like sharp edges now, but sometimes you might just leave it. Metalness, I like to leave it 100. Roughness, bring it down a little bit, give it more realistic look. I'm going to back it up right now. Let's try the glass. Mm, okay. I'm going to check another one. I like these deco glasses. I think I could find what I want here. Glass panels. Uh, I don't like as I see through it too much. Um, I think I'm gonna come back to that. Let's do the entry door right now. For this one, normally I have tons of materials in my library, right? But sometimes I have like some unique materials that belongs to my own library, my personal library. I like to use them on some projects just to give the kind of feel I'm trying to convey to my client. Um, okay, I'm just gonna copy the materials from the metal. Excuse me. Copy the material from the bricks. I'm using a brick stairs walking into the house here. Uh, that looks good. I'm gonna play around with the placement. Change the heading 90 degrees. Yes, that looks more realistic. Okay. Now let's do the door. Go to materials. For these, I'm gonna go to my personal library. Um, Let me try some. No, no, go back. Um, I'm gonna go back one more time. Um I'm trying some polyfoam wood. Normally, I use this type of wood for my kitchen, but sometimes I can like mess around with it, try to get like a good door panels from it. Okay, looking good. Play around with the roughness, reduce the relief, change the map scale. Too big. Bring it down a little bit, and I go to the heading. Try to like take the lines away from the high. Okay, I think I'm liking it so far. I'm gonna make it darker, but before that, let me keep playing around with the veins. No, too much. Bring the relief down a little bit. Go to the edges. We don't want it very sharp. Then I could go to the wood and apply some weathering. Yes. Okay. Then let's play around with the color a little bit. Okay, make it a little darker. Okay. I think I like it so far. Um, Let's see what I could do with the glass here right now. Apply this dark interior glass. Okay. Uh, Make it less transparent. Just a little bit. Now, let's change the handle. Go to the metal. Give a dark aluminum look for the doorknob or the lock set. Change the map scale. Bring it down. Excuse me. I need to get closer to it to see the impact of the changes I'm making. Okay, this look more realistic. It's too sharp. I'm gonna dull the edges a little bit. Then play around with the color, make it more darker, reduce reflectivity, metalness, nudge it up a little bit. Okay, so you just kind of like play around with these elements to give you like a much more realistic visual look, and that way, it could always impact your selection process. Okay, I think we have a realistic looking door right now. I think I'm gonna keep it for this one. We need a darker door going into the single car garage. Now I'm gonna change these wall lanterns. I'll copy the material from the garage aluminum and just paste it directly on this one wire. Paste it. There you go. Looks more like it. So let's see what we could do with the glass. And hey, this is just me trying to get as realistic as possible. I've noticed it always helped me. A lot of people don't see the use for it, but I'm a very visual person. So the more I say it, the more I could do it, right? And it just make my job easier when it comes to selection and buying the actual fittings for my particular development. So that's the light bulb in there. I think I'm happy with it so far. Keep going around the house. What's next? Let's work on the fascia. It's white right now. I'm gonna select a plastic material, just to kind of give like one by a feel. Sometimes they come a little bit glossy, so I'm going to select a glossy plastic and just kind of like paint it whatever color I need it to be. Get closer, get closer. Okay, that looks more like it, but I'm gonna reduce the map scale a little bit to take down the roughness. You see? Okay, that looks more like it. Uh, I want it to be black color or white. Let's see, maybe white. Uh, Soften the edges a little bit. Okay. Okay, now let's do the window. Let's paint it the same color we have on the garage. Aluminum. There you go. That's our window all blacked up. I need black windows for this custom piece too. Aluminum dark paste. There you go. Okay, it's coming together. Uh, I'm gonna change the glass to like a much more dark glass. No, I need another one. Mm, I'm gonna keep this for now. I want to be able to see through the house. Okay. Um, Next up, let's do the driveway. Right. I go to the stone. I'm looking for my concrete. There it is. I'm not satisfied with that. I need something else. Uh, Again, it's a matter of option. You might want to play with a few here to actually get what you're looking for. But I'm trying to keep it as realistic as possible. So I'm gonna go with a normal concrete with a broom finish. Okay, this looks close. This is a broom finish, exactly. You know, I'll go back to concrete with a broom finish. I like the dark tone color. I just need to reduce it a little bit to make the broom finish even lighter. I mean, okay, I think I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. So let's change the grass now. I need to choose 3D grass. Okay, I like it. The grass is too long. I need to reduce the size. Okay, just again, all what we're doing there is simulating a realistic visual look, right? Change the map scale. 'Cause there's no soccer field. Okay, okay. I like it so far. Okay, so let's do something with this stone right here. I think it's the centerpiece of the design. I'll go back to my library. I'm looking for my stones now, so I'm gonna go to my facade selection. I think I have it somewhere in there. Hang on 1 second. Designer. There we go. No, not this one. So I'm again. I'm just going to play with a with a little different type of stones to see what particular stones is gonna blend in with my front elevation, right? And this is what I call model variation. So we just don't go to the store and buy stones hoping it's gonna look good. It has to look good before we know exactly what we want to buy, and this is another added advantage to our approach to design and build. So I'm gonna try some stack stone. Okay, we've worked with a stone before on this particular variation of these floor plans. So let me see what it looks like now that we have a different version of the floor plans and elevation. Change the map scale, the relief, go to the roughness, impute that we need to go to the displacement. uh, Play around with it a little bit just to displace it. You see, you, you see the movement. Awesome. Soften the edges. It's too sharp. The roughness not changing anything. Bring down the relief. Take it back up. Weathering. Go to the stone. Give it a little bit of weathering. Okay. Um, Not too bad. In order to see this better, we might need to change the position of the sun, right? Because right now, with the shadow casting over it, we're not really seeing what's going on. So I'm gonna move the sun. Okay, okay. Again, when we go through this process, it gives us so much control, and we see some little mistakes that could be improved on, some design element that's missing, some other things that we're not even considering at this point, right? We could get to consider the whole part of the design, right? Like, now this is the porch. I'm just gonna look for the appropriate materials for that. And while looking at it, I need to, like, you see the demarcation between the porch and your indoor flooring. Now we know we need a details of how those two elements come together and finish exactly where it's supposed to finish, right? It needs to be, when you're outside, you don't see part of the interior flooring. These are the kind of element I talk about. So I'm gonna comment. I like this material. It's one of my favorite pavers to use in the front porch and in the rear porch. And I'm just gonna copy it right now. It's called Transitional stone. I'm gonna copy it and I'll go to the front elevation to apply it. Okay, let's put it on. Boom, there you go. Okay, looking good so far. Paste it to these entries as well. Okay, it's coming together. We're going to leave this for now. I'm not satisfied with the stone. Well, let's work on the main door. For that, I'll go copy this door I did already. Paste it to the main door. Okay, that looks more like it. Paste it to the picture window above the door. Bring down the color for the glass. Make it dark. Okay, finish it. Copy this stone material, put it over the ledge towards the left. Excuse me. Paste it right there. There you go. Okay, it's coming together. It's coming together. Change this to the white bricks. Just copy the white bricks behind it, paste it right on top of it. Okay, comes a different map scale, so I need to adjust it. Okay, there you go. The downspout. Let's look for a black metal material for that. Get close to it, reduce it. Then let's do the gutters as well. Just copy and paste what we have, paste it over there. Okay. So, um, just kind of taking you through the process of everything we take into consideration when we say we custom design build component. This is what we mean. We just kind of like take control of everything right from the concept design phase to give the best possible outcome of a project. This is how we go about it, and this is how we achieve our results. So the bottom button, let's see, let's go to the plastic. Yes, plastic. No, I'm just gonna stick with my plastic because I could paint it whatever color I want. And I'm gonna go with dark bottom pattern. I'll make it darker, bring it down, go closer to it. White. Okay, let's do white. Reduce the scale, map scale, soften the edges to make it look more realistic. Copy it. Okay. What do you think, guys? I think I'm liking it so far. Um, we getting somewhere. Excuse me. Okay. Copy it. Paste it to the back of the house. I'm not working on the back of the house so far. I'm just for now. I'm just gonna focus on what I got going on the front elevation, just to save time. Finish it and save it. Um, okay, let's see what the realistic look is saying. So this is the rendering process. This is when we get to like apply some sunlight and select the weather of the day and all this good stuff, all this good stuff. Whatever makes it look good. Just this is me trying to simulate the real life scenario of your weather. Um, Architectural shingles. I'm gonna leave that for now. So right here, I know these supposed to be like some. This is not supposed to be sod, right? So I'm gonna go back into my Revit and make sure this part of the landscape, it comes with like mulch and whatever I got going there. So for now, before I go back into Revit, I'm gonna put some plants down. No, no, I'm looking for. There you go. It's called box. No, I'm looking for the common plants. It's called boxers. Um, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I like that. I'm gonna drop it right there. There it is, boxers or box US, whatever. Give it the right size, then just copy it around, just like a little landscape. Make it look, more realistic. Reduce it a little bit, copy it. So those circular area, they're not supposed to be sod. I'm going to change it later in my Revit. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. Do on the other side as well. Copy it all, bring it down. I'll go to the rendering window, see what it's looking like. Let's try sunset. No. Okay. We need some trees. Again, this is how you try to like bring nature into your design, right? See how your design, see how it works with nature, right? You know, and to me, when you get to this stage, you start to get a whole lot more understanding of the awareness of your surroundings. Where are you building this particular house? All these things they factor into the landscape plan, right? So we need to ensure we maximize the nature as much as possible. I'm just gonna drop some few trees around to make sure increase it, make sure it looks like the way the site is looking right now. Increase it a little bit more. It looks a little bit close. I'm gonna push it away. What else? I'm looking for I'm looking for a particular type of tree right now. Excuse me, just looking through these trees. Okay, so now I've seen the design direction. I'm gonna go into Revit to do a little bit cleaner, but for now, let me change. Let me try and let it a different type of stone. That's what we're doing right now. We need to change the map. Go back, delete that, delete the displacements, or input the new type of stone. Okay, reduce it. Reduce the map scale. Well, this is the second type of stone we're trying, guys. You let me know what you think. Again, this is what I call model variation, just trying to get the best possible results for our design. Play around with it a little bit. What I'm trying to do here is to simulate a real visual look, get the line away from the eyes as much as possible. Soften it, just reduce that a little bit. So I'm gonna copy it, paste it on the remaining part of the stone wall. Okay, you see, I think I like this a little bit better. Finish it. Okay, the more I'm looking at this roof, the more I'm thinking I need to do something to it. So I'm gonna go. Let's impute a much more realistic roof, because right now those shingles looks too flat. I don't like it. Uh, Asphalt shingles. Put it into the map, to the relief map. Okay, add a little bump to it, roughness, and then you see, I think I like this better, right? It has that bump map to it, right? So that just kind of give it like a much more realistic look. You see what I'm saying? You see the difference between the flat one and the new one, right? Again, a lot of people might not see the necessity for this. Sometimes I don't say it, but sometimes I feel like getting actually, you know, again, trying to get the best possible result I could get. The more I say it, the more clear the build is to me. I'm just gonna copy it and paste it on this part of the roof. But if I do that, yes, this is what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna try to like swap it around. There you go. Exactly. Okay. Now it's giving me the look I want, right? So my eyes could focus on another part of my design. Um, okay, let's change it to dark. You see, I think the darker color looks good. What do you think, guys? Let me know. Um, I'm on uh decision. Okay, bring this tree up a little bit, reduce it, move it out of the way, copy more boxes around. Okay, I think this is a good size. Now I'm gonna copy it. Hmm. Bring it down a little bit. Copy to the other side too. One, two, three, four. Let's look for some trees. A maple tree, and again, this is not a detailed landscape plan. This is just to like give my rendering a little bit more life. If you want to put it that way, it's like trying to see how my design interacts with the existing nature and the property. For a detailed landscape plan, that takes a whole lot more consideration put in place to be able to have something that works perfectly for the design. Okay, let's see what it's looking like. Save it. Let's see what the rendering is looking like. Daytime. Okay, we getting close. We getting somewhere. Uh, we're not quite there yet, but let's keep going. Looking for more trees. We need to cover. You see, the rule of thumb is you see where the skies join the. It's called the horizon, right? Where the sky joins the land. It makes more sense if you just kind of like block that off with nature. You don't want your eyes to see past that, right? So it's gonna take me time to get to that, but let's keep going. Um, I'm still not satisfied with this stone. I'm sorry, guys. Um, okay, I have one that most of my design I end up falling back to it because I don't have quite a lot of library right now, but I'm sure I have that. Yes, that's it right there. I like that one. There you go. Yes, that would do for now. I think I'm gonna walk with this dark stone. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know why. It just look good on my design right now. So uh, let's play around with it. Roughness, relief. Okay, displacement, weathering. Increase the weathering. I need it to be a little bit more dark, but I'm going to copy it and paste it to the remaining part of the stone. Uh, Excuse me, guys. It's a lot of computing power. Okay, I'll make it a little bit darker. Now I'm working on the fascia again. I think I need a dark fascia now. Dark gray. Okay. Um, I think it's coming together. I like the dark stone more. Again, it's a matter of choice. Whatever works for our clients, that's what we do. This is just showing you through the process. We take a project through before actually completing our selection process. Okay, next, change the bottom button to dark since we're going with dark tone now. Bottom button, change this to dark, reduce it. Okay. Yeah, the computer is just taking time to load. Okay. Um, what do you think? I think it's coming out pretty good in my own opinion. Uh, I'm going to copy this tone and paste it on the other side. Copy roof actually, and I know we did some part of the roof. Let's do the metal roof. Um, I see it right there. Standing same. Entire the map scale, the relief, and your roughness. The displacement. Now we're gonna reduce the map scale. That looks more like it. Um, bring the color down to black. Metalness 100, reflectivity a little bit. Yeah, the roughness do the magic. So the right amount of roughness. Again, just simulating that real visual metal roof look. I like it. I like it. Finish it. I know what you're thinking. I was on the black stone. Now I'm back to this stone. So, but hey, let's play with this a little bit more to make sure, just to give you guys an idea how you could easily, make analysis and comparison between two variable thoughts. Right? You have clients is thinking between, do I want this finish or do I want the other finish? This is the process we go through to actually select what's best for the project. Okay, take that back a little bit. It's looking good. Mm. Play around with the color correction, the shadows, um, all these effects. You have different type of effects that could that have so much power and change the life of your rendering a huge way. Okay, uh, I like it. Uh, Again, I need to block the horizon, so that just kind of keep focus on the particular design. Chromatic aberration. Chromatic aberration. That's for the edges and the far end of your renders. You might want to like just add that a little bit. Depending, you could do whatever you want at this point. This is me just doing a little bit too much. Okay, I think I have the shadow where I want it to be. I have the sun where I want it to be. I'm seeing the grout lines in my bricks. I'm happy with that. Add a little bit more shadow. I like it. I like it. Save it. Change the skies. More clearer. Sunset. No, I like it clear. Go back to clear. Yeah, I prefer this. So here we are in Revit. I'm trying to create a much more realistic landscape look. You see the area closer to your window where you have the mulch going in. We're missing that in our design, so I need to quickly fix that. I'll say for the right side. So I do. Um, I'm using the new command in the new Revit where you just kind of subdivide your site and you apply different type of materials you want for it. So these are like two subdivision in my topo solid, and I'm gonna go ahead and call that mulch. You see what I'm talking about? I finish it. I give it the thickness I want. This is too thick for now. Change it to point zero 0.02 inches. And I give it the label I want. That's a mulch. I'm gonna export it to my Lumion right now. See what it's looking like. Hang on a second. It's thinking. It's a lot of computing power. Okay, there we go. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and apply material to it. I'm gonna apply the dark sand, and if you can see, as I'm applying the material, it looks like the 3D grass, the one underneath, because I'm using two, right? I think it's a little bit too thicker. So I'm gonna increase the thickness to like point 0.5 and boom. I think I'm happy with this. Pause it, go back to my Lumion. Okay, so that is that. Um, I like it so far. We got a landscape good enough to take our pictures, good enough, good enough to communicate my intention to my client, to let her know what our house is gonna look like by the time we finish building it. Um, okay, let me apply some reflection plan just to kind of like get a much more realistic look. I like it. I like it.